राग तिलंग मेला पहला घर पहला एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निरपौ निर्वैर अकाल मूर्त अजूनी सैभंग गुर प्रसाद यज्ञ अर्ज गुफ्तम पेश तो दर गोस कुन करतार हका कबीर करीम तू बेऐब परवरदिगार दुनिया मुकाम फ़ानी तहकीक दिलदानी ममसर मुई अजराइल गिरफ्ता दिल है चनादानी रहाओ जन पिसर पदर बिरादरा कस नेस दस्तंगीर आखिर बियफ्त में कसन दारद चूसवद तकबीर सब रोज गश्तम दर हवा कर दे में बदी ख्याल गायन ने की कार करदम मम इचनी अहवाल बदबख्त हम चू बखील गाफिल बेनजर बेबाक नानक बुगोयद जन तूरा तेरे चाकरा पाखाक। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा श्री वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Today we will understand, interpret, share and circulate the meaning as well as the real interpretation of a rather difficult to understand in terms of the language used by Dhan Guru Nanak Dev Ji, the first Patshahi of the Sikh Guru Sahiban. It is in Tilang Rag and it finds its place at Safa Ang, that is page number 721 of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. The words are, as you must have heard in the recitation which was preceding this interpretation. Yak araj guftam posh to dar gosh kun kartar haka kabir kareem to be'aid parvardkar. यक अरज गुफ्तम होश तो दर गोश कुन करतार हका कबीर करीम तो बेऐब परवरदगार दुनिया मुकाम फ़ानी तहकीक दिलदानी मम सर मुई अजराइल गिरफ्तह दिल हेत न दानी रहाओ जन पिसर पदर बिरादरा कस नेस दस्तंगीर आखिर बेअफ्तम कस नदारद चो सवद तकबीर सब रोज गश्तम दर हवा कर देम बदी ख्याल गाहे न नेकी कार करदम मम ईचनी अहवाल बद बखत हम चू बखील गाफिल बेनज़ीर बेबाक नानक बुगो यद जंतुरा तेरे चाकरा पा खाक. These words seem to be of Irano-Persian Urdu kinds of words. Dhan Guru Nanak Maharaj Ji had travelled to Makkah, he had travelled to Iran, he also travelled to Nepal, to the Himalayas, to the far east India, to Mathura, to various places in and around Punjab, which embraced cultures of Hinduism, Islam, Buddhism and some other known and unknown cultures. These lines seem to be of Perso-Arabic or Persian-Urdu-Arabic mixed lines, and a lot of resemblance of these lines are from Urdu and Arabic-Persian mix. Here we will first analyze what is the meaning. In these words, Guru Nanak Maharaj Ji says, "Hey Kartar, O God, you are always there. You are eternal, you are omniscient, you are the Almighty, and you are the forgiver of all the sins. You are chaste, you are pure, and you are the caretaker of everyone. I am supplicating before you, and I am requesting you, please listen to me with care." Then he refers to his own heart, or rather the heart of the Bhagat Jan, or the devotees, and he says, "O my heart, you may absorb the truth that this world is someday or the other going to end." By this he means to say that everything in this world has an end. Nothing is stable except the name of God. Then Guru Nanak Maharaj says, "O my heart, eh dil, you don't realize that the messengers of death, the gods of death, are always hanging over you, or they are pulling you by your hair, which means that death can come at any time." Then there is a pause, Rahav. And then Guru Nanak Maharaj says, "Your wife, your son, your father, your brothers, and your relatives, from these nobody is going to help you. When the time comes, and the time is referred to as the time of death. So when time comes, when death overtakes you, none of these relatives who are showing a lot of love and affection to you are going to remain with you. When your body will be buried, when you are cremated, at that time, none of these people are going to come and help you. O man, O human, day and night you roam around in greed, and you also have a lot of vicious thinkings in your mind. O man, you have never done any good deed. O Lord, I may say that this is my state, that though you have given me birth, I always am wandering in greed with a lot of malice thinking in my mind." Then Guru Nanak Maharaj says, "O Lord, like me there is no sinner, like me there is no slanderer, and there is no careless person or a stubborn person like me. But Nanak, the servant of the Almighty, requests the Almighty that have mercy on me, that the servants of the Almighty have the privilege of the dust feet of the true devotees, the true servants of the Almighty." This is what these words mean. Yak, yak means ik. Araj means benti. Guftam means words, guftagu. Posh means saying it before somebody. To means you. Dar means in. Gosh means your ears. Dargosh meaning in your ears. Darsh gosh kun meaning I am saying this within your ears, O Almighty, I am saying this within your ears. Kartar means the Almighty. Hakka means Sacha means the truthful, the pure one. Kabir means big, bada. Karim means the person who does. In Hindi we call it karne wala. Kartar means the Lord Almighty who does everything. Lord Almighty is Kabir, big also, and Karim also, karne wala also. Ab means vices. And Be'ab means the one who is totally chaste, without any vices. Parvardgar means the Almighty. Mukam means place. Fani means the person who gives you shelter. In Hindi we call it Fana Denwala. Fana meaning the person who gives you shelter. Or it also means Nashwant, the person who cannot be destroyed. Mukame Fani meaning the place where the shelter is given. Tahqiq means the truth. Dil means your heart, your man, your mind. Dani means you should know. Mam means mera, mine. Sar means your head. Mui means your hair. Mam sar mui meaning the Lord of Death is catching your hair. Ajrail means the Lord of Death. Girafta. Girafta means he is arresting you with your hair. Dil means again your heart. Hechna. Hechna meaning nothing remains. Kuch bhi nahi. Dani. Dani means over here you know everything. Jan. Jan in this word, in this line means the wife. Pisar. Pisar means your son. Padar. Padar means your father. Biradra. Biradra means brothers. Biradra means brothers, or Biradra means the biradri, the fraternity. Kas. Kas means no one. Nesh. Nesh means nobody can be hoped of anything. Dasat. Dasat means your hand. Gir. Gir meaning nobody is going to catch your hand. Meaning Gir meaning somebody who is going to catch you by your hand. Dastangir. Dastangir means the person who is as strong as the Almighty, who can catch your hand. Akhir. Akhir means the end. Beaftam. Beaftam means the moment you fall in your grave. Kas. Kas over here again means no one. Darad over here meaning the person who keeps you, the person who is your caretaker. Chu. Chu means when, at the time, at that particular moment. Savad. Savad. Savad means happening. And takbir. Takbir means a prayer. Like in Muslims we have the namaz. And at that time, during the time of your death, the namaz which is made. Sab. Sab means shab. Shab means raat. Rose. Rose means every day. Gashtam. Gashtam meaning I am wandering over here and there. Hawa. Hawa means lalach. Lalach means greed. Kardem. Kardem. Kardem meaning what we do. Like in Punjabi you call asi kardeha. Hum karte hain in Hindi. Kardem. Karat. Karat meaning what you have done. Badi. Badi means bad deeds. Burai. Khyal. Khyal means your thought. Badi khyal. Badi khyal means your bad thinking. Gahe. Gahe na. Gahe na meaning I have never done something which I should have done. Kardam. Kardam meaning I have never done. Kardam meaning what I am supposed to do, what I have done. E. E meaning this. Chini. Chini means jaga. Ichni meaning is jagah pe. Awal meaning hal. Bad. Bad meaning bheda. Bheda. Bheda meaning bad. Bakat. Bakat meaning naseeb. Naseeb meaning your destiny. Bad bakat meaning it is your bad fortune. It is your misfortune. Hum. Hum means we. Chu. Chu means like me. Hum chu means like me. Bakhil. Bakhil means the moment you slander somebody, the moment you do ninda of somebody. Gafil. Gafil means gaflat karne wala, meaning the person who bad mouths. Nazar. Nazar means bad vision or laying bad eyes. Benazar. Benazar meaning a person who is not at all respectful or doesn't have any kind of self-respect. Be. Be over here means without. Bak. Bak meaning dar, the person who does not have any fear of the Almighty. Bugoyad. Bugoyad meaning I am saying this. Jan meaning das. Das means true devotee of the Almighty. Tura. Tura meaning told to the Almighty. That Tura meaning aap. You, yourself. Pakhak. Pakhak means the dust of the feet. Over here it is interpreted as the dust of the feet of the servants of God. This is the exact word-to-word translation which I have done for you. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Sri Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Now we come to the real interpretation after having done the translation of word by word and thereafter a lucid understanding of what these words meant. The real meaning and the message of these words are that Guru Nanak Maharaj, the first Patshahi, is supplicating before the Almighty and telling the Almighty, O Almighty, please listen to me, that I am a sinner, I am a slanderer, I do all bad things, I also wander about in greed. The birth of the human being that you have given me is being wasted by me in doing all the evil things. I am a sinner and I may supplicate before you that though you have made me a human being, I very often forget you. And what I want from you is that I should be eradicated of all my evil thoughts, and that is possible only and only if I supplicate before you, and only if the devotee is blessed from the Almighty Vaheguru Ji, Ishwar, Allah Ta'ala, with the company of true servants of God, and the dust of their feet also would be a blessing to them. In short, this means that a person usually, when he has come into this world, he forgets that he is going to die someday. He also forgets that nothing remains permanent. He also forgets that nothing is going to be stable, nothing is going to be here for eternity. And this body also, which you are taking care of, is going to go to the grave or be burnt while cremating. All your friends, relatives, everybody whom you are liking today, nobody is going to hold your hand except your own deeds when you will fall in the grave or when you are burnt. Those people who are actually today your friends, tomorrow, the moment they see that the body is going to decay, within 1 or 2 days them itself they are going to cremate you or they are going to bury you. So what is the use of these kind of worldly ties? Why is the man forgetting the Almighty? Why is the man not supplicating himself before the Almighty? Why is the man doing all sorts of evil deeds? And if this man is blessed even with the company of the true devotees, the dust of the feet of these true servants of God also would be a blessing. And that is what Guru Nanak Maharaj is asking the Almighty in these lines. वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, श्री वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह।